What's going on, everybody? Today we're talking about purpose. So, for those that don't know, purpose is something that's bigger than you, that you feel that you're supposed to be doing in life that's going to help other people. So let's get that out the door first. So when we're born, God gives us purpose. God gives us an assignment deep down inside of us that only we understand before it starts. He understands it. But for us, we understand before we present it to the world, right? Because when we're walking in our purpose, it takes cultivation. Purpose takes cultivation. So whatever's in you, God already gave it to you from birth. God already gave it to you. The universe, whoever your higher power is, already gave it to you from birth. And so when you walk in your purpose, it's something that's already built inside of you. It's something that was embedded inside of you that you're here for on this earth to help other people out, right? And so purpose is not for self-gain. Only thing you gain from purpose is the satisfaction for helping others, right? Because we all know that in life, money, cars, clothes, women, men, like those things do not fulfill us. Like those things are just things that happen while we exist, but 100% fulfillment comes from walking in your purpose. There's so many rich people that I know, rich people that you know, that are so unhappy because money doesn't make you, money doesn't complete you. I mean, don't get me wrong, like money is good and, like you can do a lot of things with it and it can, take care of your family and stuff like that. But for self-fulfillment, like the thing that's really going to fulfill you is walking in your purpose, right? And so some people be like, well, how do I know if I'm walking in my purpose? Or like, how do I actively walk in my purpose? Right. And so when you walk in your purpose, it's something that you like to do. And it's something that has to do with helping other people. So it could be, helping people through education. It could be helping youth. It could be mentoring youth. It could be teaching people how to survive, after losing everything. I mean, I'm just giving some examples. So when you're walking in your purpose, it's something that you're going to be willing to do for free because you're so passionate about it. When you're walking in your purpose, it's going to be something that you're going to be willing to do regardless whether you have the resources or not. And it's going to naturally gravitate you towards, going hard on your purpose and trying to fulfill this thing that that's deep inside of you that you really don't understand yet. Because a lot of people that are walking, or like striving to get to their purpose really don't understand that it's their purpose. Right. So for myself, like I started working with youth when I was young, since I say 12 years old, because I've always been a leader, to like other youth amongst other people. And so for me, I knew that youth was my purpose because I wanted to work with kids for free. I wanted to do it for free. Like, even though, a lot of people was getting paid to like teach and educate kids, I always had a passion for it. And this passion of mine caused me to want to leave all my jobs. Like the jobs that I worked, even though it was like helping kids and stuff like that, it just really wasn't what God had for me to do. And so when I really started stepping into what God had for me was when, way back when I started doing music, right? So I didn't know that me doing music was going to ultimately lead to helping kids learn how to do music. And when I started doing music, I was self-taught. No one taught me how to do music. No one, gave me the blueprint for music. Like even when it came to like recording, like I literally learned how to record on my own. And I started off with like a karaoke machine, like way back. When I was working at the church, it was like a karaoke machine, and we would put 2 tapes on one side and record and overdub it. It was just something crazy, but I didn't know back then, that I was going to be called to helping youth through music, through helping them be able to speak through music. And so when you're discovering your purpose, I just wanted to give you like a little backstory, but when you're discovering your purpose, y'all got to understand that your purpose is a solo journey. Your purpose is a solo journey because you have to be grounded in your purpose. And the reason why it's a solo journey because if it's multiple people and you guys are coming together for this idea that you want to help kids, that's not purpose. That's just an idea. Because even when I started this program that I had, yeah, it was multiple people that, well, it was me and another guy. It was me and another guy, and we figured out, just playing around one day at the office, just playing around, saying like, you know what, like it'd be cool if we can, create a program that does this and does that and does this, right? Not knowing that even from the conversation we had, was God showing me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm the one that ended up doing it, not him, right? Because it was really in me, but I needed that reminder, right? And so God works through people, just like, with the burning bush, or, he works through anything, like Moses with the burning bush, like I just said. God will utilize people to remind you of your purpose, right? And so you may be thinking it may be like a simple conversation, but it's really not a simple conversation. It's actually God trying to show you, look, this is what I've been telling you to do. This is what I've been working on, right? And so it's crazy because when you're walking in your purpose, God will literally, when it's time, God will literally shake your world up for you to walk in your purpose. Literally shake your world up, stop what you're doing and tell you when it's time. And you may see it as a catastrophe. You may see it as turmoil. You may see it as losing your job. You may see it as losing your finances. You may see it as losing something big, but what he's actually doing is preparing you for your next level in life, to walk in your purpose, right? Because in order to walk in your purpose, you have to be able to have tough skin, because things don't work out how you want them to work out, unfortunately. And you like, man, why is it not working out when all I'm trying to do is help people? It don't work like that, because if something was to happen, right, when you appear, you know what I'm saying, you walking in your purpose, you built a business behind it, all these things are taking place, but then something happens up here, right? And if you didn't go through this preparation stage of having tough skin, of losing, of loss, of no's, people saying no, they can't help you, family shutting you down, friends leaving you. If you didn't go through all that, you won't be able to sustain yourself while you're walking in your purpose up here. Get what I'm trying to say? You won't be able to sustain yourself when you're up here walking in your purpose, because you didn't go through this process, the cultivation process. Because that's the most important part, is the cultivation process, because you learn as you go through those trials and traumas and tribulations and loss and no's and loss of friends. This is the part that you learn from. You're learning from this in order to get to here. So understand, like, even when you seeking out your purpose, things are going to be confusing, because you're going to wonder why things aren't working how they supposed to be working, or how they've been working, or the reason why all these people over here is coming against you. You're going to wonder why so many things in your life is in a catastrophe. It used to be easy, it used to be good, but now it's in a catastrophe, because God is cultivating what's inside you to take you to the next level, to bloom, because you wanted to find your purpose, because you wanted to discover what was inside of you. You wanted to know your purpose. You were seeking it out because you was empty. You were empty. Nothing around you was fulfilling to you. And once you even get the idea, I wonder what my activation mode, I wonder what my activation mode. Now that you asked the question, I wonder what my purpose is, and how do I find my purpose? And God, how do I find my purpose? How do I walk into my purpose? Lord, show me. That's when all hell's about to break loose. And you may say, well, I'm just helping people out. I just want to help the kids. I just want to help older people. I just want to help my community. Those people that are helping your community, that are just doing it for accolades, that are just doing it for props, that are just doing it for clout, those people aren't the people who are sustaining themselves in that. They may do it here and there and here, but they're not sustaining themselves in that, right? So by you following your purpose and wanting to live that fulfilled life, there has to be steps in order for you to get to the promise. And I've been walking in my purpose, I'm going to say 10 years. And I still think I haven't got to the promise. Because if I got to the promise, I'll be dead, right? I'm still learning. Even walking in my purpose, I'm learning other things. From this purpose, it's branching in, is branching out to this, it's branching out to that, it's branching out to this. So understand that when you're walking in your purpose, you're going to discover so many things. You're going to discover so many talents that you have that you didn't know that you had, right? And the most important thing that purpose is going to do to you, it's going to fix you. So if you was broken, purpose is going to fix you. Purpose is going to take those issues that you have or had. It's going to expose those issues. It's going to expose you to you. Purpose is going to expose you to you. And that's when it's going to hurt. So don't think purpose is just about helping people. Purpose is going to expose you to you. And that's when it's going to hurt. Because there's some things that we have hidden inside of us. And when we walking in our purpose, God wants us to be whole. Or at least close to whole. Right? Because he will use us when we're broken. He will use us when we're broken too. Like, don't get it confused, because God will use us while we're broken. You see stories in the Bible about that, where he used the broken, where he used the meek. Right? So God will use us while we're broken, but at the same time, those once broken people became leaders. Saul turned into Paul. And I'm not trying to make this about Bible or scripture. It's just how it's coming out. I'll be like, Lord, give me the words. Right? So God will use the most broken people. So don't ever let nobody tell you you can't help out the community because of your life, because of your background, or because of the things you experience. Don't ever let nobody tell you that. Don't ever let nobody discourage you because you had some mishaps in your life, because certain things took place, because you struggle in your flesh. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't be your greatest self and walk in your purpose because of some stuff that you did in your past or some shortcomings that you got. Because that's doubt, because God didn't say that he can't use you. God used the bush to get a message across. God will use you to get a message across. And in that message, the power in that message is going to cultivate you, because you asked for your purpose to be revealed. It's going to cultivate you. And that message is going to change your life. I can talk about this all day. But today, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I went over, but we're going to be back next week. And we're going to talk about, how do you know if you're walking in your purpose? And what happens while you're walking in your purpose? Because the people that are walking in their purpose, y'all may think we got it all together. And I'm just being honest, we don't. No one has it all together. There's things that we battle with that you just can't see because of how we make things look, because how we dress it up. And it's not that we dress it up. It's because God is building the tenacity in us. God is building that endurance inside of us. God is building something so that way when we do have falls and shortcomings, we know how to bounce back from it. We don't let it sink us to the bottom. So when you walk in your purpose, understand that it's a lonely road. That was in my notes. Talk about the solo road to purpose, but we didn't get to that today. So, purpose is a solo journey. And remember that. And if you want to seek your purpose, just ask. Just ask. Ask the universe, the stars, the crystals, whoever you worship, or whoever's your higher power. Show me my purpose. Reveal it to me. It's going to be that something that you love to do. It's going to be that something that you love to do when it comes to helping people or building other people, impacting other people. It's that thing. Yeah, that thing that you've been thinking about. It's that thing that's going to build you up. See y'all next week. Peace.